Welcome to Never Shut Up. It's your boy Marcellus Wiley, looking good as hell. I know it. Just shaved, looking crispy up in this sucker. And eating bad as hell. I'm hiding it. This black sweatshirt hoodie over here, hiding what I'm really dealing with, which is a hella belly right now. Got my Homer Simpson on. Man, I can't waste no time on this show. We don't do that no more. Let's get to Ryan Clarke on Brock Purdy. Woo! Harsh. Real harsh. Listen to Ryan Clarke talk about Brock Purdy.
I'm about to make a confession. The single hardest thing I had to do this year was act like Brock Purdy deserved to be in the conversations with the other people we're mentioning in that tweet. Because he was playing extremely well and operating in that offense and distributing the ball to Kittle and Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk, we had to continue to include him in conversations with the Lamar Jacksons. We had to continue to include him in conversations with the Josh Allen. Those things are not alike. Brock Purdy is a fine player. Brock Purdy can operate in Kyle Shanahan's offense at an extremely efficient level. Brock Purdy doesn't raise the level of play of anyone around him. And so when you talk about Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, the people around them benefit from having those sorts of players at the quarterback position. Brock Purdy benefits from having the sort of players he has at the skill positions around him. And so when we look at that game against the Green Bay Packers, even with Jordan Love throwing an inopportune, inexplicable interception to end the game, I was sitting there watching them going, man, the NFL world should be excited that Jordan Love doesn't play for the San Francisco 49ers. And we are starting, at least in my opinion, to get into the realm the San Francisco 49ers used to be with Jimmy Garoppolo, where it was, with Kyle Shanahan calling plays, we could be really good. With the players around him, we could be really good. But can our quarterback take us to the next level? And now that it's getting down to the critical football moments, to the moments that turn good players into legends, that turn good teams into teams we never forget, you're starting to see you don't take Brock Purdy over Jared Goff right now. And you for sure don't take Brock Purdy over the two dudes on the other side in the AFC. So if you're the San Francisco 49ers, you're thinking to yourself right now, this team that we were starting to run through our quarterback better run through Uncle Shannon's nephew, Christian McCaffrey. Because if it doesn't, they're going to find themselves at home again without a ring.
God dang ho, here we go again. Woo! I am not a hater, but I do tell the truth too early. So some people confuse that with hate. You ever get early to a party and you just declare what it's going to be? People, man, chill, wait, you don't know what you're talking, man, wait. And then at the end of the party, be like, man, we should have left, dog. That's Ryan Clarke right now. He at the Brock party real early, like, I'm just trying to tell y'all, it ain't going to be what y'all think. Matter of fact, we've been here before. It was a Jimmy G party. God dang. And now, I am a fan of Jimmy G. I like his game. I understand what happened with the Raiders, and that has certainly skewed my vision, but all things considered, Jimmy G's a winner, right? But we know he has his flaws. We know he has his issues. Now, when you get drafted last overall in the NFL draft, you got your flaws as well. Now, you're in a great system with a great situation with a great team, so there's a lot of lipstick on this pig. Now, the question is, how much bacon up in that sucker right there? How much can Brock Purdy cook up? Obviously, he's better than the last pick of the NFL draft, better than Mr. Irrelevant, but is he the guy they should throw the bag at and all of a sudden put themselves in salary cap purgatory? Because that's what happens when you bet on a quarterback. He better be that guy. I think most people would say that Brock Purdy, despite him having the stats this year, being a stat leader, besides him being the second-year player already, 2 NFC championship games, you still got to say, let's just wait and see in terms of the approach with Brock Purdy, which is crazy because that's a harsh judgment for a dude who got the results. Can't make, what do they say? You can't, what do they say? Second chance. Oh, you can't second chance for make a first impression. I don't know what the hell it is because I never make second impressions. My first impression is who I am. But the point is, Brock Purdy has that stain on his resume. And you ain't going to ever, ever, ever forget about it. You may try to move on, but be tethered to it like Ryan Clarke sounds like he is right now. Don't get a second chance to make a first impression. I knew I was going to get that thing. So here's the thing. We're talking about judgments right here. Now, there's two ways to judge in this particular situation when you talk about Brock Purdy. The first way is you should judge a man by the distance traveled. That's an old Michael Irvin line I love. Judge a man by the distance traveled. You were Mr. Irrelevant. Now you in your back-to-back consecutive NFC championship games, you judge that man by that. You throw the bag at him. You say, I don't give a damn what's going on. Everybody can't do that, right? Only another quarterback in NFC is doing that, named Jared Goff. And he already been to a Super Bowl. And he a number 1 overall pick. I'm right there with a number 1 overall pick. What you talking about, Mr. Irrelevant? So you judge a man by the distance traveled. You throw the bag at him. But then you also say, judge a man by where he is. And in this situation, you still got to throw the bag at him. He ain't deemed elite. He got the stats, he got the results, but you don't think he elite. Why not? Because somebody evaluated him coming out differently than he's playing right now. Maybe he's developed. Maybe y'all misinterpreted, misconstrued, misdiagnosed what kind of player he was. Maybe you just mislabeled him. Damn it. That's a conversation. I'm not throwing a bag at Brock Purdy because I don't have to right now. He's on a rookie deal, obviously, and you want him to be satisfied, but at the same time, too many other things are propping him up for you to throw the bag at him. So all I know is with those type of results, he should get the bag thrown on him. It happened with Jimmy G. Jimmy G won 7 games and got the highest contract in NFL history. And Brock Purdy's sitting there like, I'm at the same franchise, same organization. They gave him that money. You better hook me up. But they ain't going to hook him up. Guarantee you they don't hook him up. Now, if he don't ball out this game and be the reason, like he in that point in his career right now where we know he can win. We know he's capable. We know he's good. Now, we got to know if you're the reason. I think that's what Ryan Clarke was trying to pick up on and say. So I understand what he was saying. Now, Ryan Clarke is early to this party. A lot of people were like, but he is declaring he ain't even in the conversation with those other guys. He ain't in the conversation with Josh Allen in terms of talent. You're right. But Josh Allen also ain't in the conversation and still playing because Josh Allen is at home. So what y'all think about Brock Purdy? Y'all got love for him? What y'all think about Brock Purdy as this party goes on? 2 years from now, 5 years from now, is Brock Purdy a dude or was he just propped up by the 49ers? Kind of like Jimmy G was. And then we saw Jimmy G go somewhere else. And then we realized that when you turn the lights on, she ain't that fine. Is that going to be Brock Purdy in this situation? Y'all tell me. Y'all break that down in the comments. All right. Let's talk about Chandler Jones. And Chandler Jones laughing, thinking it's funny when he talks about CTE, saying that he is even thinking about having a podcast because everyone thinks that he has CTE, him and Antonio Brown. Don't take my word for it. Listen to him.
But going into your conversation of the CTE thing, I think it's funny. And me and Antonio Brown were actually going to run a podcast called CTE Podcast because they're saying that we both have CTE. So I don't know the other two words in the acronym CTE, but I know the T stands for trauma. And I know it's not blunt force trauma. I know it doesn't also mean that you got hit in the head too many times. That doesn't mean that. CTE is not real. I don't believe it's real.
Because we didn't hear about it back in the day.
It's not real. CTE is not real. The T in trauma could be from being molested as a kid, from things that you went through from high school, and that could be trauma, mental trauma, emotional trauma, but not blunt force, got punched in the head, got too many tackles in the head.
All right. Chandler Jones. I do know what he was trying to say, y'all. He didn't say it, but I'm going to help decode what he was trying to say. CTE is real. We can't say it's not real. Now, that doesn't mean necessarily that the reasons people are taking their lives are CTE and as narrow as they're defining it. And that's where I think he was trying to go. Like, he kept saying trauma. Where really was it traumatic, but still trauma. Obviously, I've had teammates take their lives. I've had teammates lose their life in some interesting circumstances that was related to CTE. Now, you can't be diagnosed with CTE until you're dead. So posthumous, all of a sudden you know you had CTE. But there's a healthy assumption that most people that played any physical, brutal sport that involved their head, they have some level of CTE. I'm with Chandler Jones in this respect. I don't think I have CTE. Now, you can say once I die, you'll tell me different, and I won't listen because I'll be dead. But people will walk around and swear to me that I have some version of CTE. I know one thing about CTE, that for it to activate, for it to trigger, now, I may not be talking in extremes, I'm talking in general. It has to be triggered by life circumstances. For you to go and take your life, for you to suffer from the complications of CTE, not a single person that I have met, and now obviously they're deceased, didn't have life circumstances activate the CTE. Running out of money, running out of love for themselves, running out of perspective in terms of what life really means, going low in terms of being episodic in their depression, not thinking it would end, thinking it was life, thinking it was eternal, that moment, that episode. Every single person that I know that have dealt with CTE coupled it with something in their life that triggered that CTE. Now, you may say, well, then that's what CTE is, something that activates something that you're already predisposed to because of you playing football and those physical conditions, and there it is. But I think what Chandler's trying to say is, if I have CTE, it takes over. What I'm trying to say is, it's not independent, it's interdependent with other circumstances in your life to activate it. So a little different when you talk about CTE in the traditional way. And I know a lot of people don't want to talk about it because obviously we're talking about death and it's a sensitive subject. So we really don't have the open communication about it. But don't never shut up, we will, God dang it. So here's the thing. If life is going great, where the CTE at? Anybody? Somebody? And that's the situation. Why am I doing a Cat Williams rub? And that's the situation that I think Chandler Jones was trying to exploit and was trying to talk through. Now, all the concussions I've had, and I had more concussions outside of football than I did in football. For real, I got pushed off the swings by some bloods. I jumped in the pool trying to act like these kids from Oregon. Like, I don't bang my head, dog. I don't bang my head. Then in football, I banged my head a few times too. We didn't talk about CTE. We didn't even talk about concussions. When I played, you got your bell rung, maybe lights out or something like that. But that was it. Like, I never got knocked out playing football. Oh, yeah, I did. Oh, I did. I forgot. I got knocked out so hard, I just forgot just now. Maybe I do got CTE. Here's the thing. One time I did get blanked. Yeah, I got blanked. Fordham, junior year at Columbia, I got blanked. Because I remember getting the ball, and next thing I know, I remember wanting chocolate cake or wanting my mama, and then I remember peeing on the bus, trying to pee on the bus. But that wasn't the pros. That's what I meant. It wasn't the pros. Other than that, ain't no CTE. That's just getting hit hard. And the swings hurt more than that. I had 9 stitches and blood coming out. You can still see the scar right here, kind of. All right, so. Do y'all think that I am? Do you think that my man Chandler Jones, I ain't even gonna ask Antonio Brown, you think we're in denial? Or you think there's really something to the coupling of life circumstances to CTE? I think that's what he was trying to say. You think CTE is a real thing? Beat it up in the comments. I've seen a lot of people get their butts knocked out. And I've also seen them go on to great success post-career. No CTE, no CTE. And I've also seen the flip, unfortunately. All right, let's get into this one. I like this topic. Dana White, talking about censorship. Man, Dana White run a damn league and an organization like none other. I mean, it's his politics coming out. We know damn well Dana White voting for Trump. Nothing wrong with that. Dana White is Republican, conservative. Nothing wrong with that. But it comes differently than we see other organizations ran, right? Because everything, if you leave things on default, they're liberal. They're progressive. Why? Because it's pandering. It's we all matter. And then you be like, I'm going to exploit you. Behind closed doors, I'm going to exploit your ass. But in front of everybody, oh, yes, unity. Oh, yes, freedom, equality. And then behind closed doors, policies that's just trying to take away. What I like about Dana White is he ain't trying to hide all that. He like, dog, all of us ain't the same. All of us ain't right. And also, all of us are qualified to do the damn thing. Get it with your muscle. Say what you want. Do what you want. Believe what you want. Just consequences to it. You don't believe me? Listen to Dana White.
You obviously give a long leash to your fighters about, what they can say when they are up there with a UFC microphone and you are getting into territory of homophobia, transphobia. Like, is there...
I don't give anybody a leash.
Well, I'm saying you...
A leash?
Like...
Free speech. Control what people say. Going to tell people what to believe. Going to tell people, I don't fucking tell any other human being what to say, what to think, and there's no leashes on any of them. What is your question?
I was asking that question. I'll move on, though.
Yeah, probably a good idea. That's ridiculous to say I give somebody a leash. Free speech, brother. People can say whatever they want and they can believe whatever they want.
I love that conversation on censorship. He like, leash? What you talking about, leash control? Like Dana White, you imagine Goodell ever saying that? Never. You imagine Adam Silver ever saying that? Never. Nunca. As they say in Espanol, nunca. Dana White is just like, what? Man, ask a better question. Next question, fool. He made me want to give somebody an arm bar. He made me want to UFC somebody's ass. God, that's how you run something. Like, what? Shut up. And that same reporter, they say, is somebody that tried to get a fighter canceled because they said homophobic, transphobic. Damn, everybody want to be liked. Dog, if you don't like something and you identify it correctly, that ain't phobic. That mean I don't like it. Look, I don't like liver. I hate liver. I tried it one time. It stinks. And then when I tried it, I was like, what is this? I am not liver phobic. I just don't like liver. Well, I guess it ain't a person. It used to be a thing. It used to be an animal. People be sensitive, man. That's why we don't go anywhere. That's why we ain't really moving. That's why the wealth divide is getting wider. That's why you talk about rights and people privileges is just getting worse. Because we don't talk about it for real. Talk about it for real, like Dana White does. He like, say what you want, brother. What that matter to me? Like, dog, I am not that sensitive and I'm not that easily swayed. That's my thing. I want people to just say what they really about. And if everybody could do that, then it's going to be a minute where we all get like peppered and all of us getting seasoned and all of us getting pork chopped and all butchered. Then all of a sudden we're going to be tough. And then we'll have a country of citizens just going around saying, I don't like that. Don't do that. But right now I think the hate is increasing. I think the division is greater. It's because everybody is like passive aggressive and everybody just kind of caught up and they bursting, right? You busting at the seams. A lot of people just, they can't let the steam out. That's why I love football. If I had a bad day at school or something like that, how about this in the NFL? I'm going through problems in life, girlfriend's tripping. She talking about she late. I'm like, you late? Oh, damn. I go to practice and wear somebody's ass out. It's just that simple, right? So I think we need to do that in this country a little bit more. We need to have an open practice of football by basically wearing each other out, telling the truth, instead of keeping it all in and busting at the seams and leaking everywhere. So y'all tell me what y'all think about that, man, in terms of the accuracy of what Dana White is saying. Do you really think we can live that way? Do you love Dana White for the way he talks? I love Dana White when he talks. Now, that whole thing with him and his wife, that was interesting because I did a video on that, and I'm like, y'all can check it out. I was like, I was torn in this way. You put your hands on me, you deserve hands back. Like woman, man, not kid just because of weakness, but then you think women because of weakness, then you're like, but nah, equality. So I was torn. But then I also was like, I've been hit before by a woman. I was like, dog, that hurt. Like, you don't Don't give me permission by hitting me that I can hit you. But why can't I hit you? Like, that's weird, right? Can't hit you, but you can hit me. Then we're going to say equality next time. Then we're going to say diversity. Just weird. So Dana White, other than that one, that was like, that wasn't even in stepping in it. That was just around it and got it on you. She slapped him. So that was the only thing about that. But y'all tell me, do y'all, what y'all think about that reporter trying to bait him? Oh, sorry ass, got his ass shut up. Silence, he got censored. Talking about Dana White ain't censoring his fighters. All right, y'all, coming up next on Never Shut Up, we're gonna funk up some comments. That's what we do over here. Then we're gonna hit you with a Wileyism and get up out of here. Y'all know what this Brings TV hoodie like. Keeping it good and hood. That's next on Never Shut Up. Brings TV and Reach TV. Yeah, yeah. Welcome back. Never Shut Up. It's your boy Marcellus Wiley representing that Brings TV with the thumbs up. If you where I'm from, you know what I'm talking about. Where it at? Where it at? Y'all see up there? Y'all know what that thumb up mean? Let me stop. All right, y'all. Love for you guys, man. Tomorrow's Wiley Wednesday, but today is WileyWins.com. Log on. 125, 100 with an I in it. 125% sign up bonus hooking y'all up. And also, y'all got to go to projecttransition.org. That's what wakes me up. And I was up at 2:30 this morning working on the foundation, on the charity. I got to go speak to Juvenile Hall Center today. Can't even take cameras up in that sucker. Nothing. I'm getting strip search, they said. Damn. But I'm bringing my books, damn it. Kids going to get this book so they can realize they can navigate out of their circumstances. Support these kids no matter what, no matter where they are, man. Leave. Hey, we got a new program, too. It's called Gems. I'll tell you about it later. But leave a donation, any size donation. Recurring donors get this book sent to them. It is yours. All right, let's funk up some comments. Yeah. Bills jinx. Detroit and Cleveland have never played in the Super Bowl, so Buffalo hasn't had the worst jinx. Thank you. Every time you think you got it bad, somebody got it worse, right? You talking about, man, I'm sore, man, from working out. And then somebody looking at you in a wheelchair talking about, You know what I mean? I remember my daddy hit me with the best perspective get ever. I remember we didn't have a pantry. I was in the kitchen. I ain't said that in a minute. I was in the kitchen getting something out the cupboards. God dang. Woo, broke. And I was in the kitchen and I was like, Daddy, I'm hungry. And he was like, all right, well, eat something in there. He watching the game. He's like, well, go ahead and eat. And I was like, Daddy, ain't nothing in here to eat. He was like, what? I said, there's nothing in here to eat. And he was like, boy, are you hungry or do you just want to eat? And I swear, wind came with it, like the Oz and Dorothy and Toto hit me in the face. I was like, and I looked at that cabinet again, them cupboards. And I was like, he right. I just don't want to eat that. That don't go with that. Ham, no burger, no peanut butter, no jelly, whatever. But I don't want to eat that. I don't want that mix. I don't want that configuration. So am I hungry? Because if I'm hungry, I'm going to eat it. Or do I just want to eat? I was like, man, that's top 10 for me. Every time I start thinking about complaining or I hear somebody complain, I was like, you hungry or do you want to eat? My daddy killed it. All right, Buffalo just needs a new head coach. When it comes to the playoffs, McDermott cannot outcoach Andy Reid. I don't know you very well, but I hope you ain't that extreme in your own life. You can't outcoach Andy Reid. Get rid of another coach who won't outcoach Andy Reid. He getting them there. That's good. Look, it's Stephon Diggs holds on to that ball. Stop playing. He can't outcoach Andy Reid. Yeah, okay. Okay. As someone in Kansas City, I thought he made the kick. He'd make the kick. Oh, really? Bass is usually money, but I thought Mahomes would still drive it down for the winning kick. Okay. I felt that too, but I also felt Buffalo because it's in my blood. I'm Buffalo by blood, not relation. And I knew he was going to miss that kick for some Buffalo reason. Stephen A. Smith and Whitlock. I know Stephen A. Smith growing up in Hollis. He lived on 204th Street. We all went to Linden Junior High School. Want to know the truth? Ask him who that killer drug dealer was. If it wasn't Pappy Mason or Fat Cat, there's a lie there somewhere. He had a white picket fence, broke as fuck, but he had one in the middle class area of Hollis. How you broke in the middle class area? Well, I'm not about to ask him about no drug dealers. I do not need that on me. Look, it's just a hood tale, and people tell lies and tell hood tales. I know that because when I got to college, I kept seeing everybody acting hard. E40 had a song called Practice Acting Hard. And I used to see cats practice acting hard. And I used to always just scratch my head. And look, I got security because I'm really from it. I got security because I really seen it. I got security because I really know it. And I don't want it. I never wanted it. And I ain't going to ever act like it. So if I ain't going to do it, you think I'm going to give your ass a pass? First of all, to me, other than the ignorant ones, and there are a few, in every conversation, there's some ignorant ones, some badass apples. I don't know anybody who really from it that really want to act like they are about it. Act like they still gonna do it. Act like they about that life. I don't know. I think they all frauds. You name them, I think they all frauds. Now, that ain't to say that you can't tell some war stories, but I'm just saying people be telling tales when they tell them stories. Neither of those guys seem worthy taking the side of. Whitlock seems bitter and unnecessarily negative. That's a way to say it. Stephen A. Smith probably lying. I rock with your take on this. Stephen A. just goes full throttle with what works. People like that drug dealer protection story, so Stephen A. Smith went with it for himself. Hero overcomes the biggest mountain type thing. Part luck, part work, and skill. But only people like you and Meta World Peace who actually lived it should tell it. Not guys that were 5'9", headed for a fringe college team, LOL. Yeah, that's the funny part. Unless you family are really the friend, and even friends, they ain't really looking out for too many of them. Ain't nobody looking out for you because you look like you could play basketball sometimes on your senior day. That ain't enough. You got to be a star to get that kind of protection. And they ain't like, that's the movies. Like, oh my God, he's going to get a scholarship. Look out for Timmy. Ain't nobody walking around that damn happy looking out for you. You better stay out his way. And then when he see you ball, he gonna be, oh, you cool. And then he be like, oh, you all right. Yeah, but did they see that out of Stephen A? I don't know. I mean, they ain't even see that out of me. What you talking about? I just had uncles who banged with him. I just had family in the streets with him. They were like, little Wiley. That's all. And I was balling. Like, this ain't no joke. I was balling. Stop playing. Clip City, sir, do not send any kind of message that is okay to marry an ex-304. Can't marry your ex-ho. You will ruin someone's life if they view your opinion as gold. That's not even something any man should consider. That's a damn lie. Hold on. Why do dudes think you can't marry a woman who's promiscuous, but all y'all asses are? I'll wait. No? You ain't got nothing else to say? What? Man, I know some good wives that will bad girls. I do, actually. I do. I know 3 right now. Bang, bang, bang. I ain't going to say their names because I know their husbands don't know exactly that she used to be a oh. So what? Maybe my wife would. Oh, shut up, dog. Y'all act like y'all ain't never made another turn in life to a better place. You ain't never made a left. Y'all ain't never got better. Jesus, I was a bad, like in them streets chilling. Then I had a child. I was like, I downshifted. Then I got married and had kids. Man, I'm old now. I wear the same thing to Clipper games. Like, I wear the same outfit. Like, you know. Because I see these cats that be going to the games, and I see the players, obviously, but I see the cats go to the game. Every time they look like a mannequin. I'm like, dog, the shoes, you're spotless. I'm like, I remember those days. I ain't hating. I'm just like, I remember those days where it took me a little longer to get dressed. Now, Brinks hoodie, wore last game. You know what I mean? Miss me, bruh. Miss me. So stop talking to, man, stop. Now that's equality right there. If you were a bad boy and became a good husband, which a lot of dudes are, I hope you ain't that narrow-minded, closed-minded, think women can't do it. You and about 5 other people only care about the damn Clippers, Marcellus. It's always going to be a Laker town. Yeah, y'all can have Laker town. Y'all can have downtown LA. We'll take Inglewood. We taking what y'all used to have. Give me that. Shut up. Smacking y'all. We play y'all tonight, matter of fact, and I'm going to the game, damn it. And I'm going to be sitting right behind LeBron. Look, when y'all watch the game tonight, look behind LeBron. It's going to be me doing this. No, I'm going to do this. I'm going to play with his hair. I'm going to me. I'm in the game. I'm in the game. I'm talking noise, too, because you know I don't care about Minnesota and New Orleans when they are there, but when them Lakers are here, them fakers are here, and what they going to say to me? My homie, my dog is one of their owners. I get their asses fired. Cut. No, I won't. But we always have fun because my team is called the Lakers, and Jesse, obviously one of the owners of the Lakers. Too much Lakers in my life, right? It's Clip City, Chip City. We're going to win tonight. All right, y'all. Y'all know how we finish every show with a Wileyism. Yeah. Oh, cowboy. Oh, cowboy. Don't ask who's going to let me, but who's going to stop me? Who's going to stop me? Who's going to stop me, huh? Oh, I saw Kanye at our game last week. His son plays in our league. We played him last year. I think we got to play him this week. Yeah. See Kanye. Kind of wild, right? You just coaching. Kim Kardashian there. Then you go coach Kanye right there. I'll be like, damn. I just be wanting him to say, and I wonder if you know. Anyway, don't ask who's going to let me, but who's going to stop me. If you have that mentality that you're going to persevere, you're going to be resilient, you're not going to take no for an answer, all that corny cliche stuff. But if you really live that, woo, hit a drummer, get wicked, you are unstoppable. If you don't take no, you don't let doubt start to win over faith and belief. I'm serious. I'm serious right now, y'all. Because it happens to me. I'm like, I try to measure the tide of like, are you believing in that? Or are you just trying it and see what happens? Got to get out of that mode, y'all. Dog, we about to die up in this. Dog, you know how fast life is? I am 49. I feel like I'm about 20. I feel like I've lived 20 years. I don't feel like I live no 49. 49? And I'm going to blink. In 20 years, I'm going to be 69. Now I know I'm thinking about death every other day. When I hit 70 every second. It's over. It's over. I am already at halftime. You think I'm going to live to 98, 99? Former football player from Compton, fat. Point being, if I make it to 100, I'm at halftime down there. We got to go get it. These itty bitties got to know what we're talking about. We got to become their inner voice. We got to become the legacy. That's legacy. Being an inner voice for an itty bitty. So when he going down that alley, he like, man, I ain't doing that, dog. When he in the back seat, homeboy like, yo, let's go. He like, nah, B. Let me out, doe. Let me out. Right? You got to be that voice. Like Trey Daddy. That's my goal. That's what I want to be. A legacy, a voice, a lesson for everybody out there, right? So the point is, get to getting. It ain't going to happen just be chilling. Oh, I wonder what's going to happen. Maybe they're going to say no. Man, you remember when you were dating? The most beautiful girl walking the club, and immediately you're like, oh, wait. Then you start saying, dang, everybody gonna talk to her. Then you start watching, everybody is talking to her. Then you start seeing her put her protection up like, I'm bothered, enough, too many guys. And you're like, man, she done turned down Shaq, Penny Hardaway. These real stories, kind of. Whoever, like all these ballers, right? What's she gonna say to me? She gonna diss me too. Man, I ain't gonna speak to her. She probably stuck up. Yeah, that's when you ultimately doubting she stuck up. Then Somehow, some way, either liquid courage or and then you just get the superpower. You say, forget that. And then y'all walk in and bam, she go in the bathroom and you stalking her. And you're like, oh, hey. You act like it's a coincidence. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? How your mama doing? How your family? Everybody look good like you. And she's like, oh, you're so funny. And you like, what? That worked? And next thing you know, that's your girlfriend. Next thing you know, that's your ex-girlfriend. And then the cycle continues. Point being, it all came from faith and belief, not doubt. So don't ask who's going to let me, damn it, but who's going to stop me. That'll do it for today's episode of Never Shut Up. Where John Brinkins at? We got to film a commercial. It's time to film a commercial. We about to get this thing cracking around here, homie. Love for y'all, man. About to go talk to these kids at the juvie. Beat it up in the comments. Let me know, what would you say to somebody in juvenile hall? How would you get them back on that path? We got to get them right? Because we got to coexist. Y'all act like they're going to stay in juvie forever. Nah, they're going to come back in this real world. Better hope they rehabilitated. Let's make sure they are. That's love, man. Have a great day. I know I am. And it's Clip City, Chip City today. LeBron, I'm hitting you, boy. Hitting you tonight. Westbrook gonna dunk on you because you know how you treated him when he was a Laker. It's going down.
Days a lot faster. Oh, I'm so honored. I'm so inspired to be here, and thanks Shine Global for this award, to be recognized for doing the right thing, to be recognized for doing good things, and trying to inspire others for their own greatness. I'm just a kid from Compton who, at an early age, had to look inside to find my opportunities, because on the outside, there were so many whispers and sometimes yells of I couldn't make my dreams a reality. And thought that was very unfortunate, but I was thankful that I never internalized that chorus that was around me. I was a kid that understood that you had to be greater than your greatest excuse. And I had a lot of excuses. I had a lot of reasons to have self-doubt. But I was able to develop my inner power, discover that inner power, and make sure that I showed the world exactly who I wanted to be. And it was really simple for me. It was to make my dreams a reality. There was nothing more to it. And as I now stand here, just a few miles from where I grew up, where that adversity still is strong, and as we see through these movies, that it's worldwide, not just in our locale. You see the suffering, you see the gangs, you see the drugs, you see the poverty. And there's always one common escape. It's that inner power, it's that ambition. It's having a voice that's louder than those surrounding voices. And I'm on a mission, a global mission, to make sure that that inner power inspires all to not only give, but to receive the blessings that come from giving. And I'm up here right now as a guy who's challenging everyone to give their 3 T's. That's time, that's talent, and that's treasure. Human capital, financial, whatever it may be. Let's invest in each other, because we all have to coexist here together. And as I look around and I have a foundation that really inspires these kids to become their greatest version of themselves, and to look in the mirror to make sure that they're greater than their greatest excuse. It gives me my greatest passion. I was a kid who wanted to be a school teacher, but because of my height, weight, and speed, I became a football player. So I took that helicopter ride up as high as I could, but as I was ascending, I never forgot that I was once one of those fork-in-the-road kids who was shot at many times, who had to navigate around adversity every single day, who had to waste so much of his brain power just trying to get home every day. And so many experiences that sometimes you become desensitized to. But in reality, that is someone else's reality. So I'm so thankful to stand in front of all of you guys as an example of the kids that we're trying to affect, the underserved, the underprivileged, those who are told that their hardships are greater than who they are. But hopefully we can inspire them all to look inward, because everything they want out there is already in here. Appreciate you guys.
BetUS, America's favorite sportsbook, where you can bet on everything, anytime. Sportsbook, casino, horse racing, live betting, and more. We have the best bonuses in the industry. That's right. Get a 125% sign-up bonus, and to celebrate our 30-year anniversary, we're giving up to 30 risk-free bets, a truck, Super Bowl tickets, and more. Don't miss out. Play smart. Join now. BetUS, where the game begins.